game that means this much. You knew they were going to make a run. We were just fortunate enough at both times to cut it and keep the lead, right? Jake jumps in with a 3-run homer, but we had a lot of good stuff today. So very proud of the guys. We got to keep swinging the bats. We need to be better on the mound. We went through, Max gets us out of the fourth, and then he has trouble in the fifth, and we can't get out of the fifth until Drummy gets us out of the fifth. And I thought Drummy can, break play behind him. We don't get into the 3-run homer, but again, they're really good. They're going to make a run. You know it. Hobson he's such a clutch player. I've watched him for a couple of years now. He's such a clutch player. He did it opening round where he hit the homer to put him up, and he just knows, and he's very smart. He understands the game and understood the moment. Was able to make it 2. Bring in Danny for the 8, and he makes it interesting. We turn the double play, and he gets the strikes out. Booched, and then the clean 9th. So very proud of the guys. There's a lot on the line, and they did a good job.
Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Jake Millan, starting at first base, decided to have a huge performance, 2 home runs, that skied in the air to finish with 4 RBI for the day. What were your thoughts on how he played today against Charlotte?
I was happy. He hadn't played first base much all year, just a couple late innings, but he does it every day in practice, and just felt Millie needed a day to kind of collect himself. He's got some nagging things going on, and he just needed some time, and today we thought was the right time, and Jake responded. And that's what these tournaments are about. You get the unlikely hero, whether it be on the mound or someone that's not necessarily the star of the team, quote unquote, that comes out of the blue. You see it all the time in the World Series. The 220 hitter hits 480 and they win the World Series. So, he was having a great tournament, and, we need him to continue doing what he's doing. Another 2 home runs tomorrow would be great.
Yeah, definitely.
No pressure, Jake. No pressure, Jake.
With the 8-1 lead, obviously Charlotte started to fight back. What was it? What was you telling the team, despite Charlotte's attempt to come back from that deficit, to hang in there and just hold on to secure the win in the end?
Not hold on. Keep your foot on the pedal. Just relax. We knew this was going to happen. We certainly, no one in that dugout thought that we were going to go and win 16-1. Charlotte's too good.
Right.
And those guys have too much pride. They've played really well the last couple of years. They've won a lot of games. They've had a lot of guys in that dugout that have won a lot of games. They were in this tournament last year and won it, or not during Conference USA and won it. So they have a lot of guys that are tournament tested, both in the NCAA tournament and the conference tournament. So we knew that it wasn't going to happen. It was just a matter of, they're going to have their run, but we've got to make sure it's a short run. We can't let it balloon. And they had a run of 4 and a run of 3. And thank God the numbers didn't get any more crookeder than that. We knew it was going to happen. The guys responded well, and were able to get the outs.
Yeah, now heading into tomorrow's semifinal matchup against Tulane, a rematch of the first round earlier this week. You got to win 2 games against them. What are some key factors heading into tomorrow that you'll have the team?
Well, I think the most key factor would be not to worry about 18 innings. Worry about the first inning of the first game and then go from there. If you go into the day thinking, oh my God, we have 18 innings, you can't do that. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't look at the thing and say, oh, I can't do this. I think it's our job as coaches just to remind them, let's just be good in the first inning. Then we'll deal with the second inning. And then we'll deal with the rest of it as it comes. Don't go to bed thinking that, oh my God, we got 2 games. How are we going to beat them twice? No, just worry about the first pitch, and then we'll go from there.
Coach, in that vein, we've seen a lot of teams come through this tournament and have a poor performance in the first game, and that carries over, and then they're out of it before you even know what happens. How have you been able to be so resilient the last 2 days with your backs against the wall and win 2 elimination games? And then conversely, do you want another crack at Tulane to maybe wash that first one away?
Yeah, we've been resilient most of the year when our back was really, really against the wall, and there's a lot of older guys that know this is it. There's a finite time to everybody's career, and we got a number of guys in there that this is it. There is no professional baseball. This isn't 15 years ago. So they want to stay in that uniform as long as they possibly can. And it's a really good group. They like being around each other. They enjoy each other's company. They're fun to be around. So with that being said, I don't, I think that there's a sense of urgency to, kind of erase some of the stuff that went on this year, the not so good stuff that went on this year. And this gives us an opportunity to do it.
With today's performance being as crucial as it was, since Charlotte decided to come back down 7, how big was it for you guys to like come through in the final moments and just close out the game?
Definitely. No. Yeah, credit to Charlotte. They did not back down. They kept crawling back, and pitchers did a great job. The offense, kept adding runs. So kept fighting and ended up on the right side. So it was definitely a great day.
And now heading into the semifinal matchup against Tulane, obviously a rematch from the first round. What's it going to take to get payback against the Green Wave?
Just keep playing the baseball we know how to play. Just keep supporting each other. Keep bringing the same energy we have the last 2 games, and just keep doing what we're doing.